that as the thumbnail.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for y'all to put y'all TVs up, grab your popcorn, and have a seat. And we're here to talk history in the making.
That's
It's
already
been
made.
made.
Yeah, history's been made.
Yeah, history's
it's
been
not
made.
even in the making
sorry, it's
anymore.
normally like, it's the same. Slipped out of my tongue wrong. History's been made. I'm the only one wearing the Bucks gear here, I guess. I don't know.
I still got to buy a jersey.
Y'all didn't get the email.
I didn't get the email. I didn't check my email today.
Your email went to my spam folder.
So we're talking Bucks here. Talking Bucks winning the championship over 50 years.
The chip.
As fans, as people from Milwaukee, how do you guys feel about that? Like, how does that make you feel that they won?
Makes me feel excited. Can we three-peat?
You don't.
Can we sextuple-peat?
He wants to say three-peat before we haven't even gone back to back.
Can we go back to back?
Back to back first, and then the three-peat would be nice. But,
Giannis and Bud were already talking about back to back.
They said that today?
No, they said that right after the game.
Okay, we're not talking about that. So, like, how does, like, honestly, we're here to talk about.
We're not talking about that. Okay.
We're not talking about back to backs.
Well, we are, but is that what you want to see though? Do you not feel excited? So excited?
Well,
about it
I am excited,
back to back?
but I don't know. Like I was excited like right when it happened, but then I thought about
what did it cost?
Yeah.
It cost you Aaron Rodgers. That's what it cost.
Okay, he wants to bring. We're not talking football, so leave that out of the conversation and go do that on your own sports talk.
All right. I'm just saying. You asked what it cost.
It didn't cost anything for the Bucks necessarily.
I just don't know what we're gonna do next year.
So we're not talking about.
Okay.
We're talking about emotions here. How do you think it's gonna like affect the city at all? You think it's gonna?
I feel like a lot more people. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I went to a decent amount of the Deer District stuff, and that game 6 when we could have clinched it, there was a lot of people I've never seen before.
Yeah, everyone wanted to be there just to witness the history in the making and everything. And you could tell they weren't real Bucks fans, or they weren't there to even watch the game. They were just there to be there.
Like I saw this video that goes, "Do you know where Bucks and 6 come from?" They say no. The guy goes, "It starts with branding, ends with Jennings. Where does Bucks and 6 come from?" They still said, "I don't know."
Yeah, I get an argument with that with somebody in my group chat. Yeah, I'm looking dead at you in the eyes. You didn't know until they won. Just letting you know.
Tech guy.
No, not tech guy.
Oh,
Somebody in my group chat.
Not you. It's okay.
I'm talking to you. Okay. You're not here right now. But
I'm sorry.
I told you Bucks and 6. As a real Bucks fan, you will always say Bucks and 6. Never Bucks and 4. Never Bucks and 5. Never Bucks and 7. It's always been Bucks and 6.
But with my thing like that, I feel like there's a lot of.
Do you think there's a lot of bandwagons? Yeah. How do you feel about the bandwagons?
Like, I personally was not watching the Bucks when way back then, but just because I just wasn't really into basketball growing up.
What's way back then? Like the purple jerseys, the red jerseys. The purple jerseys, I fuck with. I watched them a lot.
I love those jerseys. But anyways, like I personally did not watch basketball then growing up. But as I got into like end of middle school, high school, I started watching it more and getting into it. So now I'm like I actually actively watch the NBA. I actively watch the Bucks. So like I feel like I'm not technically a bandwagon anymore, but then I saw a lot of people coming out the cracks being the bandwagon fan.
I'm gonna beat out on that actually. Like I haven't really watched NBA all that much for the past like I literally started watching for the past 3 years.
So you sound like a bandwagon search.
I mean,
yourself right there.
but when you look at my history of like all the other sports teams I watch, like, it's Packers, Brewers, and now Bucks. Like it's always Wisconsin teams. Like always.
What are your 3, bud?
Huh?
What are your 3 that you like?
I can't. I mean, I have to. It's gonna be. I live in Wisconsin, so I don't get to decide what games I watch.
Yeah,
it's
right.
It's picked for me, so I don't get to. I'm not paying extra for that TV package. All right.
Yeah.
So
that's too
like
much.
You guys know, I've said it many times. I'm gonna say it now. I'm a Lakers fan. I cheer for the Lakers. I cheer for the Bucks when they're not playing for the Lakers. Why? Because that's where I grew up. I know I've clearly know more about them because I've been watching since the purple jerseys. I just don't follow them as closely as the Lakers because Kobe being my favorite player. But that's literally what pissed me off about a couple of things in the past few years. Like, I'm not going to say I'm a Bucks fan, but like all these people that are like, oh, I'm a Bucks fan. I'm like, dude, I went to high school with you. I went to middle school with you. You weren't repping them. Like, you weren't like. and I will start naming players that nobody would know because you will only know if you actually follow them, you know.
But see, like I feel like I haven't really started watching until
when
I started hanging out with y'all because y'all watch a lot of basketball and got me into it and everything. It's not that when the Bucks got good, even when the Bucks got good originally, like when they first got Giannis and he was starting to do his thing and get like, well, yeah, obviously, but he started turning the team around slowly and slowly and slowly. I still wasn't even into him really all that back then, but like when you guys really got into, well, more so you were just always into NBA, so
yeah,
like, I kind of got into
I like
NBA.
basketball. I just like basketball.
So when I hopped into basketball, like I had to pick a team. Obviously, I'm not gonna go for a team outside of my state. Like
throw shots at me.
Oh, okay. So you didn't talk about your baseball team either. Cough, cough. We'll leave that for another day, though.
Well, I only picked them because again, the player that I grew up liking, so that's why I picked them.
A-Rod or Jeter?
Both. They were just when I started following baseball at the time, you know, they were just on the same team. And
if you guys didn't get the hit, the Yankees now.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'll tell you straight up right now, my favorite pitcher is Ben Sheets.
Ben Sheets, yeah.
So
and that's why we're going to Ben Sheets bobblehead day. So catch us there, guys. Catch us there.
I'm telling you right now, favorite pitcher is Ben Sheets. Nobody's gonna beat me to that. Like
I won't let you argue any other pitcher to me. It's still gonna be Ben Sheets. We're getting off topic. My bad.
Okay. Back to Bucks.
So you weren't feeling the bandwagon. You don't think yourself as a bandwagon?
I mean, I might be a bandwagon.
Okay,
but
let's say you're not. How do you feel about the bandwagons?
Honestly, the shit that really pissed me off is the like suburb people who want to like talk shit about Milwaukee all day.
This man toxic.
But next day, all of a sudden you see them here because they're here repping the Bucks and supporting the Bucks and say, "Oh, the Bucks are so freaking good." But at the end of the day, Milwaukee's a shit city. Come on now. Why do you think Stephen A is out there talking shit about us too? Like, I mean, obviously the weather, but other than that,
he only talks shit about the weather, man. That's all he talks crap about.
But still, like, how you expect other people to talk good about Milwaukee from out of state if our own, you know, people in the state don't even want to like fuck with Milwaukee?
I would say though that the bandwagon is real because when they lost to Toronto in the Eastern Conference Finals,
yep.
We were at the Deer District. Like every game that series, we were at the Deer District, and it was never as packed as it was now. Not even close to being as packed as it is now. Like this year was probably like the most packed because we used to be able to like stand there and like watch it all on the
like
screen.
You would have like 10 feet of space around you.
10, and like now it's just like congested. It's like where'd y'all come from?
And obviously, it's gotten more and more packed as the playoffs go on. Yeah. As they made it further and further. That's why they expanded.
No. We were there for the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. Like right, yeah.
And it wasn't that packed, bro.
But that was still COVID. You got to take that
into account.
No,
bro. This was 3 years ago, bro, when they lost to Toronto.
Yeah, we weren't out during
COVID. I was thinking of the Heat. You're right. Yeah. Okay. It
was during when they played against Toronto, bro. When they lost to Kawhi, and Kawhi went in and went to go win the championship that year. Yeah, it was not that packed at the Deer District. So all these fans that popped out of the blue, where y'all at? Like, where'd y'all come from?
All right, but the one thing I do think about the Deer District, we need bigger screens.
Bigger screens, yeah. Okay, so that's the one thing that I like about like the Bucks making it to the finals and like getting that like media stuff. Like they showed other cities like you should build like something like this, you know? Like I think I can only think of them having the outside thing, and then Toronto. Toronto has Jurassic Park. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure like other cities have it, but it's just not known to me. Yeah. And like there's a football team that actually has an outside setup, and that's the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. But, and they got heaters and everything too.
But that setup is different because they charge for that.
Yeah, you can come into the Deer District.
Yeah, Deer District is
Jurassic Park's free too.
I wouldn't know, but like I'm saying, like I hope teams like set that up. Like you can't be in the stadium, but like set up for outside where like fans can still interact with each other. Like I hope they learn from what the Bucks did,
especially for finals or playoffs in general. Like if you really want a big turnout, big crowd, a lot of energy, set up something like the Deer District. It's obviously effective and everybody loves it. Yeah. Even if they don't like enjoy being there or whatever, you're gonna love the energy.
But they did run out of beer at Game 6.
I mean, yeah, because they literally let 60,000 people come. You're not gonna
65.
60.
And ran out of toilet paper too.
And ran out of toilet paper. It's just, but yeah, I just hope like other cities like learn from like what the Bucks did with the Deer District. I hope they implement like their own district or whatever park Like it's just dope to me.
Because Jurassic Park opened the door, and then we took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
So now I think other cities can take it and run with it too.
Because you think about it, Milwaukee is one of the smallest markets in basketball right now. Well, okay, it is. It is one of the smaller market cities and everything in basketball.
Who won though?
To still okay, I get it's not the point.
Bucks and 6.
The point is one of the smaller market teams can have the biggest watch party in the nation for a sports team. Like obviously, a bigger city could do better. They just have to set it up first.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you think LA can implement that?
No,
because they got 2 teams in one, or
it's
what?
too many. It's too many people.
Yeah.
So like Milwaukee, like okay, I know I just said like I wish other cities would do it, but like Milwaukee's different. Where like you can have because we're like 500,000, 600,000 population.
Something
LA,
like that, yeah.
LA is
Million.
yeah.
And you can't get suburb people from LA coming in because that's like a 3-hour drive at that.
And
So
like
then trying to drive out of that,
yeah.
it's gonna be like 6
It's not
hours.
possible. But
Right.
so we just talked about how you guys felt about bandwagon. We think the Bucks showed how people should run the district, like parks. Any other things that you think that like what they could have changed in the sports world? You know, like I feel like they made a lot of history. Like it's what we just talked about, especially Jacob touching up on small market stuff.
I mean, you generate so much more for the city, and that especially if you're a small market, you're pulling everybody in.
You think this
having
put Milwaukee
spend
on the map?
so much money.
You think this
Because
puts
like I've
Milwaukee on the
heard
map?
I've seen tweets and articles and stuff like saying like Phoenix fans coming into here.
Oh, yeah.
saying, like
I can tell you straight up, Phoenix fans were here. 'Cause
Yeah.
They definitely were.
They were at work. They were at my job. I work at a bar. Like they were there.
and they were
Yeah.
saying they thought the city was amazing, thought it was great. I don't know how much of the city they saw.
Downtown. That's
Well,
it.
they saw
probably just
downtown.
downtown.
They
Yeah,
saw the
that's it.
Deer District. Notice how
Mhm.
passionate the fans are and everything. Yeah.
It's like I feel like it does put us on a map a little bit. Maybe not like boom, Milwaukee's a go-to place, but it might open up people's eyes and opportunities for people to come into and see us.
So one more question. So we're young. We're not young, but we're in our 20s, right?
We're young enough.
Yeah. So Bucks haven't won in 50 years.
Yep.
I got a question
our
for you
time.
guys. Before our time, so like we only had to like basically a 20-year drought for us, you know, technically. Did you guys ask your parents how it felt for them to see like the Bucks win, or like you guys got an idea?
I did, and my dad was and still isn't a big NBA fan. He would much rather watch March Madness or college basketball. He thinks it's much more competitive and the players whine a lot less, which I can kind of see. But like, I don't know. You're winning a national championship or whatever you want to call it. You're winning a championship in the NBA. That shit's fun. It was so much fun.
He didn't have any idea. Like he didn't give you an like he wasn't happy about it, waiting that long to finally see it.
Not really. No, he doesn't really care all that much about it.
Well, my mom's an adopted Bucks fan because she's from Philly.
Oh yeah, I forgot she's
Yeah.
not from here.
So, so she was like, she knew about it, knew about the drought and stuff, and she was like super excited. She every day she would just text me Bucks and 6 when we were playing. But yeah, she was geeked about it, and but yeah, she's the Philly fan. So like she.
Damn, she cheers for Ben Simmons. God bless her soul.
And see, his mom definitely knows more about like professional basketball than my dad would, because he wouldn't even know what Bucks and 6 means. So
I don't know if she knows who's it from, but she knows the saying.
yeah, I mean,
So-
fair enough. Exactly. At least he knows the saying. Like I said, my dad wouldn't even know that.
So, my last takeaway from this, I love saying Bucks and 6. I've said it the past few years. I don't know if I'm gonna say it anymore because just even like going out to like doing regular things, everybody just yells Bucks and 6 now, and I think it's kind of boring now. But anyways, I'm gonna probably say it one last time: Bucks and 6. They did it. They
won
did
a
it for the
chip.
city. They did it for y'all.
They made history.
I guess I'm gonna hop on the bandwagon and say they did it for me.
Oh, but it was cool today. Like
That guy was like screaming. He lost his
Yeah,
voice,
he
y'all. He
lost
lost
his
his
voice,
He
voice.
can't even talk right now. Like
Yeah.
he's talking right now, you just can't hear him.
We told him to get on the show today so I can step
He
off
said,
because I'm not a fan. But he's like, I can't talk. Yeah.
No, but it was cool. Today, yesterday. As you know, I'm EMT, so I was in an ambulance, and this guy pulls up next to us and goes, "Hey, hey!" I was like, "Oh, what's happening?" So he rolls down the window. I crack it out a little bit. Goes, takes off his Bucks ass. Bucks and 6. I go, "Hey, Bucks and 6, baby." And he goes,
Whole city was live.
Yeah.
Everyone was super excited about
So
it.
everyone was geeked about it. But yeah,
And let's talk about a little bit the after party, if anything, what did you guys like experience outside of the stadium? How cool was it, or was it not cool? Or
So there was people climbing on like light posts and stuff, doing flips in the streets. But with that, there was a guy that got injured, and
Other than that,
yeah, other than that, I didn't really see too much.
I don't know. I think they did a good job on celebrating. We didn't burn houses down like other cities do.
Or anything. Yeah.
I saw a couple of people jump in the river. I thought that was cool. If I was there, I'll probably jump in the river too.
I probably would jump in the
Yeah, I
river
would
too.
not.
Dude, that would have been
disgusting.
fun. Hey, it'd be like that. I like
Yeah,
jumping in
water's
water.
maybe disgusting, but you know what? Bucks and 6, so I'm jumping over the railing.
Any last words before we close the show?
They took the hop away from us.
Yeah, they took the hop away from us.
We were supposed to flip it, not us specifically.
We gonna find it. We gonna find it. We
It's
gonna
getting
find
flipped.
it. I haven't seen it in 3 days, and I don't know where it's at. But we
That
gonna
shit's still
find
getting
it.
flipped though. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna be by us. Wink, wink. But we're still flipping it.
All right, y'all. There we have it. Bucks and 6. This is a space. Leave a comment down below on what you liked about the NBA Finals. Subscribe to us if you haven't. If you liked the video, please like the video. It helps us out.
Bucks gonna repeat. Let's go.
All right.